a medical marijuana law, but I guess they don't, even though the University of Mississippi has been dispensing cannabis, marijuana to patients for now over 50 years.
That's right. So the federal marijuana is all grown in Mississippi, but people who live in Mississippi have no access to legal medical marijuana.
Which is another one of these insanities. Let's do some general talking, about just the whole idea. I mean, let's start right there. A lot of people in this country are not aware of the fact that under G.H.W. Bush, Daddy Bush, he passed I guess it was a humanitarian, did he do that by executive order?
I wish I remembered. I know there was a patient named Randall, and I'm forgetting his last name, who sued after being arrested for growing marijuana in DC. And then they opened this compassionate use program to him, and a relatively small number of other patients had signed up.
Yeah, it was I think it was 20 at the first. They opened it to 20 patients, and then they got inundated with thousands of requests from patients who back then, because the AIDS pandemic was starting. And so, lots of people flooded in and they shut the program down, but they kept it in place. And so for a lot of people who are tuning in right now for the first time to, our podcast, a lot of people didn't know that the federal government made a law that allowed for the University of Mississippi to grow, package, and send out across the country to 20 patients once a month, every single month, for now over 50 years, cannabis, that these people ended up getting a small card that they could, that basically said, it was a get out of jail card that said, I can carry my cannabis anywhere I want in the entire country and leave me alone because the president said it's okay. And we have done this every single senatorial bill, every bill that's passed has been a budget for the United States government, has included a budget line that has paid for this University of Mississippi program for over 50 years, yet we are still arguing today, and we have somebody who is ignorant, like a Jeff Sessions, stand up and say, well, there is no medical marijuana usage, and there's no truth to it. I felt like saying, can somebody just smack him upside the back of his head? But a lot of people don't know this.
Mm-hmm. And there's 2 surviving patients that are still every month getting a tin of cannabis from the federal government, while the government at the same time fails to acknowledge cannabis as medical value.